Hey y'all, this is Sin Elias with Crescent City Conjure, and tonight I wanted to talk about how to make Gris-Gris. It's not a topic that I usually talk about, but I was inspired to talk about it tonight. So before we begin, I want to talk a little bit about what a Gris-Gris is. Just like the human body has different organs in order to make it work properly, so does the Gris-Gris. Our skin is our biggest organ, and just like our bodies, the Gris-Gris has the outer layer or the actual bag, which is the skin. Each ingredient works as the different organs in our own body, so our heart, our lungs, our brain, things like that. These different ingredients act in different ways in order to cause a unified result. Tonight we're going to be making a love drawing Gris-Gris. I want to keep it nice and simple and easy. This is an abbreviated way that I make my Gris-Gris. So it usually takes me a lot of time. It takes me a day or two to actually make a Gris-Gris or to make a batch of Gris-Gris. But tonight I'm going to simplify it for you a little bit. I'm going to be working with 3 ingredients. They are copal, orris root, and rose petals. So those are 3 things that you might be familiar with, maybe, maybe not. This is copal resin. It's a favorite of mine and love workings. This is the orris root powdered. It's kind of hard to see. This is what a full orris root looks like. This is one of my go-tos with love work. It's always worked for me. So if you come across orris root that looks like this or the powdered form, you can use either one. And of course, we all know rose petals. And these are the 3 ingredients we're going to be using in our Gris-Gris. After you have your ingredients lined up, you want to start getting the outer ingredients together. So that's going to be your fabric. We're going to use a red fabric. You can use any color, but red makes sense for love work. So we're going to go ahead and use red fabric. And you want to go get yourself a string as well. So just a simple string and a simple piece of fabric. As you know, Hoodoo and Conjure uses things that are pretty common because that's what the people had. So it may even be a cut up shirt or just a piece of string that you find around the house. And if you have any roots in your area that are appropriate for love work, I suggest you use those. Conjure uses roots that are local. And so you want to stay local. Before I begin any work, I make sure to have my glass of water. Water lubricates the journey for spirit. It allows spirit to come a little easier. We're born through water, and so spirits can be born in the physical world with a glass of water present. I also make sure to have a light or a candle in my area because it just guides the way. It also serves a practical purpose of providing some light. And so before I begin anything, I always start with prayer. You don't want to just throw dried roots into anything. Yes, they do have intrinsic properties, but you want to elevate those spirits. A portion of this work is about elevating the spirits so that they can actually do the work for you. So we start with prayer. I'm going to pray over each of these ingredients, and then we're going to begin our work, okay? I ask that my ancestors be present in this place. Please lend me your power. Please speak with my mouth, work with my hands, and walk with my feet. Allow me to imbue these ingredients with the properties that are necessary to see the results. May this Gris-Gris, may this copal be able to bring love to those who use it. I pray over this orris root. May my ancestors be present. May they speak with my mouth, work with my hands, and walk with my feet. Give this root the ability to draw love. I call upon my ancestors to descend now and to enjoin me in this place. Talk with my mouth, work with my hands, and walk with my feet. Please imbue these ingredients with the necessary virtues in order to do the work. Now, these ingredients are going to do a job for you, and you're going to have to pay them to do this work. You don't expect anything for free. Nothing in this world is for free. Even the work that we do with roots does not come for free. We offer tobacco and we offer rum traditionally in order to make this work, in order to give an offering to these roots. And we also offer them rum. Now that our roots have been blessed and they have their offerings in order to do the work, I still want to get my energy in there. I still want to get them to know me a little bit. So I go ahead and feel them and try to impart a portion of my spirit, part of my ashe into these roots. Ideally, you should be spending more time than this to actually impart a little bit of spirit to the roots, show them a little bit of love, show them that they are appreciated for the work that they are going to do for you. These roots should sing with power, and spirit should definitely be on your side. So once your roots are blessed and once you have everything set up, you want to go ahead and put them into the skin of your Gris-Gris, which is the fabric. So this is the skin and the organs of our little guy that we're creating. Gris-Gris are a little spirit, and over time of working with them, they do develop a certain personality of all their own. They will come and go as they please. You can do your best to keep up with them, but they are truly a magical and mystical item. So once you have your ingredients in there, you want to go ahead and pull it up by the 4 corners, 2 corners, and the other 2. And that creates the shape that we're so familiar with Gris-Gris. Now, there's a little secret in the closing of the Gris-Gris. If this is a little spirit, then we have to trap or contain the spirit that resides within this. And right now, yeah, the roots do have a little bit of power that we just gave them. And we call on our ancestors and our spirits to be here with us. But over time is when this Gris-Gris is going to really start to vibrate. So I start off with, and I hope that you guys can keep up, but so I have the strings on both sides like this. It's equal on both sides, and I make a cross here, so that's 1 knot, and I bring it over and make another knot, and then over again to make a 3rd knot. And then after your string is wrapped, go ahead and grab each end of the this freshly made Gris-Gris and make 3 more knots. 1, 2, 3. And so there you go. You have yourself a little Gris-Gris. Now that this is a complete spirit, it is a complete body. We had our organs and we blessed those. Now we have to bless this complete body. This little spirit in a bag is going to do work for you as well. So we have to bless that in the same way. So now each ingredient in your bag has been blessed, and your bag itself has been blessed. When a Gris-Gris is made, it needs to eat immediately. So I offer it oils. This is Crescent City Conjure brand Love Drawing Oil. So of course it is a great thing to feed this Gris-Gris. You want to go ahead to the bottom of the Gris-Gris. You don't want to just pour it onto the top or open the bag. That's a no-no, especially after you've closed it ritually. Just take the top of the oil and go ahead and let it sit on top of the ball of the Gris-Gris. It'll go ahead and soak in so the Gris-Gris can eat. So now you have the beginnings of a little spirit that's going to do work for you. Each ingredient in here is designed to cause love drawing. You've fed it with love drawing oil. You've prayed over it. And now you want to keep it in your left pocket in order to draw. The left side is to draw. The right side is to give, or your dominant and submissive side. So you want to wear it on your left side. You want to handle this often, and you want to feed it often. You want to feed it the rum that we talked about, the tobacco that I just did. You can feed it oil, and you can feed it a small drop of blood. So you want to get a lancet to be safe. For the Gris-Gris to work for you, you want to make sure to stamp it with your own power. You can also include hair, nails, personal concerns like that, clothing of a target. So if there's someone you want to work for or something that you want specifically, you can include that as an ingredient in your Gris-Gris. So I hope that you guys can take this and begin learning how to make Gris-Gris. Once again, this is a very basic instructional video on how to make a very small spirit. Even this can work for you because of the intrinsic powers of these roots. You keep this in your left pocket, and yeah, this could work for you. But I suggest that you spend more time with it. I always keep my Gris-Gris sitting in front of my candles and my water for at least a day to allow that spirit to really come into those Gris-Gris. I pray over it each and every day to imbue it with more power. So don't be lazy and don't give up on yourself. Continue going. And I want you guys to try this and see how it works for you. Until next time, guys, this has been Sin Elias. Bye.